everybody, and welcome to Wednesday Night D&D. My name is Brendan Ross. I am your host and game master for tonight's episode here on the Player Hater Gaming channel. Now, before we dig into anything, let's knock out announcements. First and foremost, if you have not done so, do us a huge favor. Head over to our link tree and hit all the links and all the follows and all the notifications, because it's the best way for us to know if we're doing a good job, bad job, so on and so forth. But another way you can do that is by leaving comments on our content, and it will really let us know what jokes you like, what was not funny. We just want to tell great stories and have a ton of fun. But the thing is, I've got a pretty good feeling we're always having fun, so we want to make sure we're having fun for you as well, because these stories could get you through a rough day. Who knows? We're just here to roll dice and tell crazy stories. If you want to have some more fun, feel free to head over to one of our 2 Discords. That's right, I said 2. The first being the official Player Hater Gaming Discord, where you can come share memes, talk life, discuss snacks, and play a bit of D&D, maybe some magical items here and there. But if you want a place that is heavily focused on D&D, we have one for you. We have a West Marches style server that I will pass off to one Maverick Hunter, aka Mav Hunter. I feel embarrassed. I should have picked up faster what Mav Hunter was, because I'm a huge Mega Man fan, but it just
Oh my gosh.
It just didn't click. I'm sorry. Okay.
I will tell you this right now.
So disappointed.
I have used that name for over 20 years. Nobody picks up that reference, which is fine by me. I got no problem.
If it could have been the whole Maverick Hunter, I've been like, yeah.
Yeah,
Mav
but
Hunter,
no.
Yeah, I'm sure that means something, but I don't know what.
Listen, somebody once asked me about if I hunted the basketball players. I said no. Though I thought about it afterwards, but still, no. Anyway, back to the topic on hand. You want to play D&D. You don't know where to go. You have no idea what any of the dice means. Don't worry, we'll teach you everything. We'll let you know how to use the bot, how to pray to the bot, and what to give up an offering in case the bot decides it doesn't like what you're doing. And on top of that, let's just say you want to become like the guy in the chair. You want to tell the story. You want to be the one to make all your players go, what the hell are you doing? And yet still come back to the table every time you play. We will also tell you how to do that. But enjoy. Welcome to Ashirma. Have fun.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate it. Now, before we get any further, there's also our lovely schedule to discuss. Obviously, it's Wednesday. We're playing D&D.
Ooh.
The next thing going down is our Saturday game. Saturday is multiplayer chaos, to where those of us who are available come together and play whatever game is the hot topic or just is fun to do, whether it's scaring each other, totally not doing illegal things.
Nope, not at
No
all.
idea what you're talking about. It's all legal.
Nope, it's all legal. Yep. All legal. But either way, it's a day for us to just get together, relax, and enjoy the start of our weekend. Sunday, there could be some stress. There could be some Fade to Black activities. Who knows?
There will be
Those
Fade to
two,
Black.
There will be Fade to Black activities, especially with the famously thirsty Nyx, and then of
Oh,
course
yeah.
her dearest friend Nutmeg playing Baldur's Gate 3, doing their best to completely wreck my canon story, because they attempted to start this with their canon characters, and now I'm pretty sure it's so off the rails nothing could save it.
You're pretty much, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Listen, I don't think that the rails were ever installed properly to follow the canon story.
I think they
I
were
think it
there.
was just-
I think
it was
the
just
engine
two
started
steps.
on them. It started on them, and then as soon as it went, it just went right off.
It was just 2 sticks, and Nick's probably set one up a little too high, so therefore it just started and then fell right down the cliff.
Right off.
Yep. Mhm.
Facts.
Yeah.
And of course, Tuesday, I gotta tell you, I try my best to tune into these things for all our streams, obviously, but I had fun watching the last time he played, and looking forward to see you picking up the same game this Tuesday, Rod.
Yes, we will be continuing our story.
It was a lot of fun because someone in this chat room has a village named after them.
We ended off at the entrance to Megville. We will see what the Twisted AI has done with Meg as a concept.
We will see. Looking forward to it. But that's our
Uh-oh.
weekly schedule, folks. I've got a few more announcements to make when we get back. Actually, hang on. You can see them now. If you look in the upper corner of all of the players' windows, you will see that there is a little D4 shape there. If that number does not say 3, do them a favor, spend some channel points and give them some guidance or some help dice, whatever we want to call it that week. Give them a hand, because you never know what check's going to come up, and they can use it on most D20 checks. But if you want a way to really influence the story, you should feel free to use the Deck of Situations button, because that directly impacts the story. Now, I don't use those immediately, just full disclaimer, but I promise I will do my best to take a note of who spent the card and let you know when it affects the story. It will happen, just sometimes the story is going to line up to it. I try to use it pretty quick, but again, sometimes things are the way they are. But I promise it will get used. Aside from that, I think we're ready to get into the episode, y'all. Why don't we go ahead and let's get into tonight's episode of Tales of the Skytorn.
In the year 208 PT, a world once grounded by tradition and mystery was forever altered. The events leading to the tearing and uprooting of the lands have faded into legend, leaving us with a mystifying era known only as Post-Torn. Player Hater Gaming welcomes you to the realm of Ulthana, where our journey takes us high above the clouds, into a realm of wonder and peril, a world composed of dozens of floating islands, each a unique culture unto itself, safe from the dangers lurking below. In this world of soaring islands and untold mysteries, danger lurks in every corner. Heroes and adventurers are born out of necessity, for the unknown has a way of finding its way into even the most tranquil of places. Meet our heroes who will shape the destiny of the Skytorn realm. Dragix, the unlikely but unyielding paladin, a beacon of virtue and strength. Red, the talented sorceress, wielding the elements with unmatched prowess. Eva, the warlock, possesses supernatural prowess, fueled by a pact of unknown origin and intent. Lovikazan, the indomitable barbarian, a force of nature and raw power. And lastly, the Doctor, the masterful wizard, unlocking the secrets of the arcane with every incantation. These 5 souls, each with their own path, will converge in a tale of adventure, wonder, and intrigue. Join them as they explore uncharted territories and uncover the secrets of this realm. Welcome to Tales of the Skytorn.
Thanks for hanging out. I told the players beforehand that we're going to do a small mini game before we really get into the stream. So today's mini game is, what the hell came in Amazon's packages today?
A new maid
If they
outfit.
guess correctly, I will give them inspiration.
More journals because he ran out.
Dice. Dice. I'm
Crayon.
saying it's dice, man.
They wouldn't come in Amazon Prime. They'd get
It
those from
won't.
Staples down the road.
Edible crayons.
I will say, how do I put this? This is something that is never needed, but it's going to be nice to have when you move to a new place and you're dealing with mail that doesn't belong. We have blank out roller thing on the table. What else we have?
Paperweight.
It's a small little packet of these people do not live here. Stop sending me mail. Stickers.
Okay.
I have no idea.
All right. Any other guesses?
Is it your business cards?
Okay.
He said inspiration. Bless you.
So that's a full reroll.
Sorry, I had to sneeze.
You're good.
Now we need to add a D20 to everybody's image. What's
All
the
right.
D20 for? It's inspiration.
So everybody ready? We have any other guesses?
No.
It is
Wait, hold on. One last guess.
You just
My
heard
will
the
to
noise
live.
of it, though. God.
What'd you say?
My will to live.
Oh, no. No.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm sticking to business cards.
Return to sender.
Turn to sender.
May got close enough.
Yeah.
Let's see how this works. Oh, that's gonna be nice. Oh man. There are. Well, the thing is, there's.
And then the other one's the ink pad.
When you live in apartment complexes your entire life,
That's
You're-
not
you're not
return
good.
to sender. You just put in other mailbox.
That is also true. Let somebody else deal with it.
the second
Wrong
one,
address.
y'all are never gonna guess this. So I'm just gonna be nice. Yes, I'm just gonna be nice and give everybody max health dice
Oh.
because you're never gonna guess this. So a little bit about my life. Every Sunday, I go to my parents' house and I have Sunday dinner with them because I spent a lot of years not being a great son. I'm trying to fix that. We've recently started playing board games that we have laying around the house from when I was very young. So, back when we made pieces out of stone.
Mhm.
I realized one of our games does not have all its game pieces. So
Oh, those are replacement pieces for the game.
Yep. A game called Trouble.
Oh, look
Oh.
at
If
that
you
game.
want.
Game.
We had lost some along the way in the various moves we made, so
You know, you should have just said it's Nick's as a board game.
Yeah. I mean, fair. But hey.
So when I go to my parents' house this Sunday, we can play a proper game of Trouble.
If you don't remember trouble or sorry, you're too young.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, yeah. If you can't describe,
Which
the
means
game
that you
like-
need to go change the channel. I'm so sorry. I'm really happy here. Yeah, this is not for you. My
You're putting
bad.
at 18 plus.
Those
Listen,
ones-
I don't make the rules. We just enforce them.
Go
Out
get
of the
your
way.
parents' permission.
Last episode, the party stumbled upon a partially submerged island. Not an entire island, but seemed to be a piece of one, or perhaps it was a singular piece that just was not very large. Upon it was what appeared to be some sort of ancient, crumbling, just disuse temple-like structure. It was made mostly of stone. Could have been a keep at some point, but upon further investigation, they did find out it was a temple. Once within, they discovered the deity it was at one point in time built to. They solved some interesting divine and arcane puzzles within, some of them taking quite a ringing to their ears in doing so, but they prevailed nonetheless. Thus, as a gift of their success over this, they were gifted with a rune. Unsure of what its purpose would be, it seemed to certainly have some sort of vessel and cloud-faring purposes to it. However, when a certain one of you reached up to study this rune, the magic from it seemed to slightly dissipate, and in these tendrils of green and white, wrapped back and behind their hand, and absorbed into a very specific birthmark upon the doctor.
Mm.
Many questions were had, and I believe the final question was, well, what the fuck does that mean?
Yes. Yes, it was. I believe you wrote that down in capital letters too.
So, what the fuck does that mean? As you all look to the doctor.
Do I feel
wondering
different?
That same thing. You do not physically feel any different.
What's the problem?
There may be a bit of humming. Kind of, how do I put this? Within you. Like you cranked back a monster or something, you know? You just
Okay.
had some really good coffee.
Caffeine rush, got it.
Which reminds me, I left my drink in the fridge. Water it is.
Well, first things first. Take my living glove off and look at my hand, because can't really see the birthmark through the glove.
Right.
Is it glowing or just okay?
Draco, look over. Is it different?
You certainly
That-
feel it within your chest, Doctor.
Has it grown larger? Has the design changed a little bit? Has it become more defined?
No.
Does the energy in me feel like I can control it, like direct it?
I'm going to give you a soft no.
Okay.
Which means that you can learn how to do that.
Doc's gonna take the.
I don't want to give you a full maybe. That's why I'm going to go with a soft no.
That's fair. Fair. Well, first things first. What did I absorb? So I'm gonna look at the rune that I had absorbed magic from to see if it can tell me what I absorbed.
It is no longer there.
Okay.
The rune itself was just hovering above the bowl in that shape of the rune itself.
Doc is going to the rest of the group like, I have no idea what to tell you on this one. I'm just as surprised and stumped as all of you are.
Draco's just gonna look at him, stone faced. And he's kind of pointing to him and Zahn. And then at the same time, Red, after a moment of thinking about it, are the ones who touch the randomness that you yell at us for. Don't take our job from us.
To be fair, I didn't really touch it. I got close to it.
Close enough for you to do something, close enough to touch it.
I don't know what it did. I should probably figure that out. I feel the energy in me, at least. I feel fine. Okay, important question.
Sure.
I'm undead.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is my heartbeat cannot go above normal rate.
Right.
Does this humming coincide with that, or does this feel separate?
It feels separate.
Okay.
Physically, your body isn't any more energized, but you still feel something kind of within your core.
Okay. Can I cast Identify on myself?
You can certainly try.
That's lovely.
Well, to be fair, Identify can be cast on creatures to identify a magical effect.
Mhm.
So that's what I'll be doing, is trying to identify what effect I've been imbued with.
Okay. While that's happening, what are the rest of you doing?
Shark is gonna look. Oh, no, go ahead. No, go. Shark is gonna look around for any more shiny things. And shiny and weird and possibly magical, he doesn't even know, and he's just going to pocket it all.
Sure.
Though he's pretty sure the fact that we have somebody else that's also on the same plane has probably already been doing this for the last half hour.
Give me an investigation check. Long cat.
Okay.
Come on, Gusek. Never mind.
What'd you get? Oh. Please tell the crowd.
I guess. Oh, what?
With a 1, you do find some things that could be of value, but as you kind of investigate them, look at them, you realize they're part of a larger mural and potentially connected to other magics in this place. And you don't want to be the reason this place comes down on top of itself.
Yeah, no. He just looks, he just goes,
You're like,
and just sulks in the corner. He just sulks in the corner, like right next to the exit tunnel. He's just like, okay. Slowly, just going like this, finger in the dirt, making the circle as he waits.
Eva?
Would I be able to make an Arcana check to kind of see what happened? Or would that be too far above me to understand?
I'm checking something on your character sheet. Please hold.
Uh-oh.
Would it help if Red helped her out with that?
Hold on.
Everyone
What?
keeps saying, oh, Eva has the tools to deal with this, and I'm just like,
Loading.
I don't know what they are.
Yes, you may.
Ooh.
If you're going to discuss this thought process out loud, I have not looked at the screen yet. I looked away. If you're going to discuss this thought process out loud, Red, if you're going to try and help, I need to know what you're going to bring to the table to assist with.
I would say,
Go ahead.
like, because Drac is discussing it, and Zahn is also trying to figure it out, it's less of a outward thought process and more of a what the fuck happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
In that
I
case, I
don't-
would say, Red, my suggestion would be, given your background as basically an arcane bruiser, part of your job would have been able to identify if people had augmented themselves with like arcane tattoos and that.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I would say you would kind of bring that to discussion. So go ahead and let me think here. Go ahead and roll your own Arcana check, and the degree of your success will be the degree of how much you help her.
Okay. Cool.
don't fuck
Give
me
me-
dice. Never mind.
We're gonna
Time to
reroll
go
that.
change my
'cause
dice
I don't
again.
like it.
Oh wait, hang on. I do have D4s now, so let me throw a D4 on that.
Yeah,
instead.
actually, yeah, I'm gonna do a D4 instead of
Okay.
re-rolling it, because that's decent.
I forgot that he restocked all of us.
right?
That's a 2.
Okay.
Okay. So you're,
You're-
sitting at a 12 total.
And Red has a 16.
A 16. Okay.
Excuse me while I go change my dice again.
You're good. So it was for every point above 15, you're going to add to her roll directly.
Oh,
So with
Just one.
13 total between the two of you, you watched as these tendrils of magic kind of absorbed into the doctor's hand. To what end, you're not really sure. You've seen like items. You haven't owned these, but you know of, and maybe you've been lent or used like rings of spell storing in the past, Red. So you know it's
she has a
possible.
ring of spell storing, but yes,
Do you?
continue. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Next time I'll check your character sheet more in depth, and I apologize for that.
No, you're
So
fine.
that's what comes to mind then. Red is like, well, you have an item that can store magic. Maybe there's some method Doc can do this innately. You're unsure how to bridge that gap between it being an item and it being done organically, but that's probably the best thread the two of you can discuss.
Okay.
Doc, you're
Right.
a power bank. How do you feel?
Used.
That's fair.
Wow.
Well then.
All right, Doc. I'm guessing a ritual cast?
Yeah, 10 minutes. 11 minutes, technically.
At the end of your 11 minutes, you detect multiple overlapping schools of magic.
That's not disconcerting at all.
Most notably, divination. This is coming from the identify spell, so you can kind of rule that out and set it aside.
Okay.
You have necromancy, which seems to be your own innate school of study, so you kind of set that one aside.
And I'm undead, so would check
Right.
out.
Next is this interesting kind of like double helix of transmutation and abjuration.
Okay. Well, I don't have mage armor turned on, so that's not affecting it.
What if it's you yourself?
That would make fair sense.
What if you're the thing being changed? I don't either, but I want to consider all the possibilities just to be safe.
Well, it depends what you want. Transmutation covers quite a variety of things. Typically, it's taking one substance and turning it into another. That's the general use of it, but it's a bit more variety than that. As far as abjuration goes, typically protection-related casting, like my mage armor, for example. Though also not exclusively that. I am aware of a spell that can absorb elements temporarily.
Right, I have that spell. I know that one.
That's why I'm aware of it. So that would also fall into abjuration.
Mhm.
And as far as your theory of maybe I'm becoming a storage ring, it's not impossible. Okay, I'm gonna have to ask a question for Brandon because the room wasn't up long enough for everyone to get a very good look at it, and Doc was the closest one to it when it disappeared. Obviously, can Doc try to recall what the rune was? decipher it from memory the best he can.
Mm.
Make an intelligence saving throw.
That's not terrifying.
21.
21, that is a success. As you try to recall what this shape was like and what it looked like, the birthmark on the back of your hand shines with brilliant green light. And as you did not give any object to place this upon, for a moment it is suspended in air in front of you. But as you try and hold it, your mind and body feels the backlash of this magic having no place to go as it reverberates back into you.
Okay, then.
You take 6 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
That's not terrifying.
Well, it's meant to be imbued into something. As to what that something is hard to say.
More like he's the key carrier.
You're
You're
mute.
what's your mute?
What's a mute?
You're having a brain stroke over there is what you're doing.
Your mic's muted.
My microphone has not been coming through because I got a new webcam,
Oh,
and so it
yeah.
has reset.
Everything.
Yay! Hi everybody, I'm actually here. Not to worry.
It's all good.
Now,
Hey,
do
it's
you smell buttered popcorn?
I smell toast.
Okay,
Yay!
perfect.
Butter
Stroke
toast.
it is.
Yep,
Good to
that
go.
Better
might
be
just
cinnamon
be.
swirl.
Do you
Right?
taste nickel?
No, I taste rosé.
Ah,
Yes.
cool.
Yes.
But that is what your identify spell gets you.
Awesome.
And then when you try to recall what this shape looked like, it seemed you inadvertently tried to pull the magic forth.
Is there a way I can identify what it's supposed to be used on?
I'm going to go with no.
Okay. This is a temple of Zephyrus, so wind related. Potentially the ship.
What if you can put it in the cannon?
I do have an extra rune slot to be made in there. I was going to use necrotic, but this might be better.
Maybe.
I mean, we don't know what it is, but like,
Exactly, we don't know what it is. The problem.
but we can store it in the cannon until we find out what it is.
Maybe. I don't know if I can retrieve it once I put it onto something.
do we want to look around
I
and
mean-
see if there's anything to put it on in here?
I was
Anything
going
that
to
tells-
say we might have more of this place to
Explore.
explore and unlock.
Is there
If
anything about the
we're
central
going.
device that describes what was in it?
I know red for sure, but I unfortunately cannot remember the rest. Who speaks Celestial?
Doc does.
Yep,
Red
and
dot.
red. Yep.
Okay.
Red shares a secret language with literally everyone except Zon.
Hey.
Okay, Zon can speak into your mind. You don't need it.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
I speak
Mhm.
all the secret languages.
As you're wondering this, Doc, Red, you kind of, as you're looking around, also trying to just figure things out, and while you're talking things out with Eva, trying to figure out, is it possible he could be some kind of like organic storing creature of magical stuff.
Organic spell.
Both of you
battery.
kind of look to the stone bowl that is at the center of this gazebo, and you can see there actually is script carved around the bowl that is now completely readable because the 3 mini statues have rotated up and out of the way.
She's gonna read it.
It says, "Call the breath. Let the cloud part. Let the wind remember you."
She will read that out loud to everyone else.
Trakix.
Yes, that was going to be my first thing when she said that. It's like, do I know that?
A core memory unlocks.
Oh, sweet.
You remember these words were etched upon the mast of the last ship you were on. You remember that that ship could call forth the wind itself. For when there was no wind to be had, and you were stuck hard up, it could bring the wind forth.
He lets everybody know that. And he also lets them know he has no idea how it was done, but he knows that much.
It's probably as simple as imbuing. I've done it plenty of times. I can probably do it again. But it makes sense to me, given where we got this from. Being wind related makes sense for the sales. They didn't have it put into them.
Mm-hmm.
Could you put that in chat, what you said, the saying?
Nope, she remembered it.
Bitch. I'm taking
Kidding,
it.
of course.
Thank you.
Yes.
Now, as for whether or not I am a storage device now, is hard to say. I don't know, this is how this magic is transferred, or if it's something to do with me.
What if you're supposed to imbue it on the ship, like onto the mast? Because that popped up, the magic went into you, and could go back to the ship and try it.
As far as I can tell, there's nothing else really here to be found. We saw the top of the tower to explore. That's really it.
Yeah.
I can head back to the ship and get to work on it.
I'm pretty sure it's just going to be you putting your hand to the mast and thinking of the symbol.
Probably, but making sure it stays in there is a different
Yes.
process usually.
That is true. What do you guys think?
To the top of the tower. Dragon's gonna get up and start walking
Get up,
to the
start walking.
He wants treasure, goddammit. Even though this is enough
Right.
treasure, he still wants more.
Right. She will follow Drakix.
Yes.
Also, the javelin's still leading, by the way, to make sure he doesn't fall into a trap accidentally. I gotta make that clear beforehand.
Okay.
Once we get back to the surface, Doc will just go back to the ship.
Zahn will go with him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you want to go back with me the fun way or normal way?
Just
No.
leave a sock on the door, it's fine.
You're in the fucking tower. Shit. Just you wait till I can fly. Probably be never. I'll just. I can
It's
just.
eventually gonna be the entire team is gonna fly at some point.
Except for Zahn. She's
No,
so-
not even.
She'll
Zahn
be-
gets
fly.
the room.
I don't
Yeah.
fly. I just teleport.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. You have magical movement. I also just run fast. No, Zana's gonna go back the normal way. She'll
Okay.
just shimmy across the rope.
Then Doc will just use Vortex Warp on himself to teleport back to the ship. Because he's not going to risk falling off that rope.
No.
Vroom, vroom. You're back.
Beep.
So,
So I'm still scooting across.
Make a athletics check.
Get a dice. Are you gonna be nice to me? I hope you're nice to me.
Nope.
Yes.
Athletics? 17.
Nah.
Fine.
Okay.
There's a rope. The DC is 10.
Good. Good.
How
I-
much do you trust Eva to make it across the rope?
Fairly. Boop.
I'm just saying, the last time I rolled an 8.
That is true.
not one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see how we do this time.
Red, are you going back to the ship?
No, she's going up into the tower.
Okay, you're on Drakkix.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the trio. Galen, Drac, and Red.
And Eva.
You just tell me
Yep.
where you want me to go. I don't care either way.
Listen, Drac is fine either way. It all depends on what you guys want to do.
Question is, Eva, do you feel the call to treasure?
You know what? Eva probably doesn't, but player does, so let's do it.
Yeah.
Very well. So I'll give you guys 3 chances at this. One for each of you.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Your choice, perception or investigation. Make a check.
I'm doing perception.
Me running.
Really? Really?
Wow.
I'm just going to add a d4 to that just because.
Yeah.
You know what? We're going back to the basic dice. Screw this.
I have fiery dice. They're amazing.
So that's it. I have an 18. I'm okay with that.
That was help dice?
Yes.
Okay. Ready? You good?
I'm good with the 16.
Okay. Tasha?
It doesn't matter.
No.
You know it doesn't matter.
I'm sorry you got a 7. Drakkix,
Mhm.
your success puts you at 1d6.
Okay.
Roll a d6.
That's a 4.
Mm-hmm. Okay. As all of you are exploring this tower, which is the last final structure area, you realize it was mainly used as what seems to be like kind of a place where the clerics, monks, the worshippers of this deity lived. A lot of broken beds, empty treasure chests like footlockers, empty like wooden cabinets, closets, things like that. Looking around, Drakkix, you kind of honestly, you're probably a bit disheartened because you're like, man, there's someone who's already here, or looks smashed and grabbed. But as you're heading out, you look at one of the footlockers, and for some reason, you have this moment of like just strange, rapid like calculations, just kind of a trained smuggler's eye, and you're like, that inside depth is not the outside depth.
So it's a reverse doctor. Got it. The inside is not bigger than the outside.
Correct.
He's
do
going
with
to
this
take.
knowledge what you see fit.
He's going to take the javelin
Mm-hmm.
and slightly poke a corner, and then applies more pressure on the corner to make it pop.
Okay.
And then after that is still work. He's just going to mess around with it and try to figure it out. He just wants to make sure nothing explodes in his face.
Okay. I am going to need a thieves' tools check if you are proficient with them.
Yes, I am.
I need that check, please.
$21.
21 is a success.
If it wasn't, I was gonna end up going through this through this screen. Just be like, what the hell?
As you are working on this, a 21 is an exact success. As you are working on this, you see the device and you almost trip it because your first mate is a little too nosy and is like leaning over your shoulder. I think you should. I think there. And you both just freeze. As you kind of take one of the flat tools, you're like, shut up. Press.
It's more like a nudge with the elbow to kind of like get him out the way. At the same time as when it kind of like almost trips, he's like, God damn it! And then slowly inches back in order to just
are able to press one of the devices and kind of force it to, you kind of like shove it to the side a bit and lock it in place. As you pull it back, you realize there is a tubular pouch that is outlining the entirety of this, and it is tightly woven. Through just a little bit of smell you get, this is some kind of poison that has been dried and made into powder.
Ooh, fancy.
You move it aside, and there you see in the middle of this kind of square outline of this tubular pouch, you see a very basic brown cloth that's been kind of like quickly folded over something.
We're going to gingerly take that out, making sure that as he lightly pulls, there's no tension. It feels
like some kind of disc.
Yeah, we're going to take that out and kind of like uncover it slowly, see what it really is.
It is some kind of compass.
Ooh. All right, everybody knock it down. Write it down. We have compass number 2. Where is this one pointing? Is it pointing north? Like a proper compass? Or
it's currently doing a slow spin.
Is there any kind of notches in the compass?
No.
On the bottom of it either? Just nothing? He's going to look to Galen.
It is a small brass disc with a basic needle that spins currently in your hand.
He's going to look to Red. Hey, Red, can you think about the one thing that you really, really want in this moment in time? And put your hand out?
She...
You do not have to share your thought if you don't want to.
You don't have to share the thought. It's just...
Yeah, no, she's not going to share the thought. She will hold the compass.
Okay.
Puts it in her hand. What happens to the needle?
It continues to lazily spin.
Okay. He's
Right,
like,
so
okay,
you found a broken compass.
I don't think it's broken. I just think we gotta figure out how it's used. He's gonna put it in, he's gonna wrap that again. Actually, when he unfolded it, was there any writing on the cloth itself?
There is.
Ooh.
Cloth says, "Seek the isles that drift not with the wind, but against it."
Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. He's going to, after he reads that, he's going to gently cover it back up, put that away, and then he's going to gingerly take the bottom, or I should say the top, of this compartment, and also going to put that into the bag of holding. Well, no, he's not going to yet. He's going to carry that carefully with him because we don't know what it's made out of yet. And until Doc verifies the material, It's not going into the bag because we're not having a
So
cosmic horror.
you're just taking the actual flat piece of wood.
Yes, but which has the trap on it.
It
And you
does
said
not.
like it was moved over
No,
to the side.
that is still resting at the bottom, like around the edge of it. What you have is just a piece of wood that was laying on top.
I know that gets tossed over to the corner. We're taking that.
Okay.
We are taking the actual.
Taking the chest.
Yeah, we're taking the chest.
Take the chest.
Drake just carries it under his arm. And it's like, okay, this is gonna be interesting. It's like, I don't think there's anything else here. And he looks like, Galen, does your nose tell you anything treasure wise?
I'll make a nose check. He sneezes.
Right.
Roll a
God,
3.
it's too old.
Rolled a 3.
It's too old. All right, let's go back.
You head back. So Doc and Rebecca-san back on the ship. Crew
So-
greets you. They ask questions.
Everybody died. We're the only survivors left. Sorry to say.
Oh God.
Yep. I'm
Oh.
captain now.
Doc just has a
Okay.
grin on his face as she's saying this. Trying to hold back a laugh.
Jeez. Make a deception check.
Where's my dice? What's my deception?
3 dice for the close 3 people.
I got a goose egg.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. What's your roll?
That's a 4.
Okay, cool. I rolled a 10, a 10, and a 12 for the average.
Good.
Kind of look at you. You don't seem too broken up about it.
Yeah, he's kind of an asshole. No, they're fine. They're just looking at the tower. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. And realistically, Doc would be the captain. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing except for raising sails.
This time you're watching as some of the crew members are coming out of the kitchen holding plates of food. And they're just finding anywhere they can to sit.
Nope, magic first. We're gonna do the thing. Do you want to try that now or when they get back? Or
Yeah, let's go ahead and try it now, I guess. We have time.
maybe we should get. Hold on, the thing isn't working for the thing.
Super descriptive.
Antha?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to hunt
Or,
down Antha?
Yeah, she is our enchanter. So,
She is your
the gnome.
ship runesmith.
Yeah,
Yes. Her.
she's the most qualified
Rune
person in the crew to help out with this.
Yep.
You kind of catch her up by the large cannon sitting on a couple of boxes, feet kicking back and forth as she just very happily eats on a lunch.
Well, once you finish your lunch, would you mind helping me? I want to apply a new treasure
She's
to our ship.
full mouth. Just,
Doc continues to talk.
She tries to swallow. She grabs her drink and chugs it down to chase it. Sorry. What you need?
Oh, well, we found a new treasure in there, and I want to apply it to the ship. And you're the most qualified person here to help me do it.
Let's
That's why you
rephrase
hired
that.
me.
Let's rephrase that. We think it's a treasure. We hope it's what we're thinking it is.
All right.
It makes the most logical sense for it to be.
What
It does.
is it?
I can't really say for sure because it's inside me currently, and I have to imbue it into the mast of the
I don't know
ship.
what to do with this information.
Not like that.
It was absorbed into my hand when I got close to it.
Oh.
Yes. And if he thinks about it and summons it, it causes damage, so we're not going to do that until we do the thing.
It needs to be imbued into something, and I mean that it was a temple for Zephyrus.
Yeah.
The mast make the most sense to imbue something like that into.
Okay.
And
Well.
when the symbol came up, it was saying, call the breath, let the clouds part, let the wind remember you.
And the captain had, on a former ship of his, had something similar rested on his mast.
Yes.
She She kind of thinks for a moment. She chews her food. I could probably help with that.
Yeah.
And she quickly just sets her plate aside and
Cool.
hops off.
Sounds like eyeing the plate. Just gonna sneak a sausage or something.
Excuse you.
I've been exploring. I'll go get a different plate. God.
Grev made enough food for all of us. Get your own plate. Heard that.
Yeah, I know. Meant for you to hear it.
I'll get food once we settle this. Having unknown magic inside me is a little weird.
Yes.
Right. And she just grabs her plate and holds it very close as she continues to eat it.
Doc will make its way to the mast and begin.
Okay.
Place his hand
So we'll
against
take
it.
a
and-
slight pause there, and we will go have our first 5-minute break and ad break. So to my players, if you want to go snack, do whatever, feel free to do so. To our lovely audience, we're going to take a 5-minute ad break so we can run them now and hopefully not disrupt you during the story. So we'll see you guys in 5-ish. We're not going anywhere, but I'm just saying that. Going to
It's
enjoy
called snack time.
Snack time.
I made my own snack time today.
Ad break is running. Oh boy.
You could take this opportunity to go downstairs and get that drink of yours, Brandon.
Mhm.
Yes. Go get a drink.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the book. No, even know he took out his
Yeah.
headphones at that point.
I don't know what I should get for snacks.
What do you have?
Food. Food. Mm-hmm.
Technically, snacks are
I-
food.
Technically. I had
Earl.
a bagel. Yes, it's
Mhm,
Earl. Let's show him off. He's the baby.
It's a kitty.
He's officially
He's just like, Mother, what are you doing?
Yes.
Nice a kitty.
It's the babies.
Been a year already? Good
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
I
Listen,
haven't had them for a year, but they're a year
No,
old.
but like
it-
they're so
it's-
big.
Yeah, I know. Look at Ari.
think about it. If it's a year for her, it's 12 more days before it's
Stretchy
a year
cat.
for me. So in that sense, a week and a half.
Eh?
Holy shit, I didn't realize that.
For
What?
what?
There's
Since I've
some
been
sort
here.
of book
Oh.
or other
Oh,
that
yeah.
you need to get for Mav.
Nice. Yeah, you do.
What? Why?
What is that?
Yeah, go get the book.
What is that?
Lemonade.
Say what it is. No.
Oh,
Adult.
I think. Does it start with an S? And it's two
No.
words.
No.
Nope,
Starts with
that's
M.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
I had it right. All right.
Eh?
An M. Hold on, let me tell you.
Comes in a white can. Typically
Oh.
followed by Creed.
Now
You
you
want to
get
get your
yes.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what I have for food. I have yogurt.
now.
I have
Oh,
genuine Scottish shortbread, which is very delicious, but I'm not going to eat it while I am drunk
on stream.
on stream. That.
Yep, that. Mm-hmm.
Yes. I don't know what
Mhm.
else I have. I don't know. I have some fruit. I need to cook dinner is really what I need to do.
Cook dinner. It's
Tell him.
8:12 there.
I
You missed dinner.
You
only
did.
have a bagel.
okay.
That's all
most
I
places
had.
are
That was
open till-
quick.
To be fair,
Well, you should have cooked something else.
I am cooking dinner after stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you stay up all night.
That's true.
He's not wrong.
All right, Mav. D12.
Okay.
We're back from ad break as well. This is great.
Oh, geez. I'm busy snacking and eating still.
That's
I mean, you still have 2 minutes,
that's fine.
technically.
Yeah.
Fine.
That's a 6.
Oh no.
Oh man.
That's amazing.
What did
I
you do
love
to
it.
us?
I don't know.
Poison. It's poison.
It's gotta be poison.
It's gotta be
Yeah,
poison.
yeah. You tripped
It might have been
and
poison.
smashed the poison open, and you poisoned us. It's
Maybe.
fine.
On that note, I'm gonna go find something to drink or to eat, and I'll be back. But you guys continue without me. Zon's gonna get food.
I mean, we can just keep BSing.
No, because I have no idea how long I'm gonna be. So
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Zon's
How
getting
dare you.
food. Yeah, I know, right?
Son is
I'll,
getting
I'll
food.
just talk to chat for a hot second while I finish my last little bit here. Hey, chat. How's it going? What are you guys up to? What's your favorite snacks? Why don't you let us know what's up?
That is actually a very good question.
I know the snacks that I shouldn't have. Does that count?
Yes.
It does.
Yeah.
What's the favorite snack that you inadvertently discovered or made? I'll go first even. I announced this beforehand, but I mean, wrapping my cheese sticks, mozzarella cheese sticks, and prosciutto has been amazing.
I'll take it a step further. Taking mozzarella cheese sticks, wrapping them in pepperoni, and then wrapping that with crescent rolls.
Ooh, that
Mm.
sounds
That actually sounds
good.
amazing.
That sounds pretty good.
I mean, it's more of a meal at that point. You get some marinara sauce to go with it, but
Kinda,
it's still
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, anything's a snack if you just call
I
it
mean,
that.
for my size category, is a snack.
Yeah, for the weight class you and I are boxing in, it's a snack.
Yeah. It takes at least 2 things of crescent rolls to count as a meal.
It does.
I'm
Alright.
that weird person who'll just eat random things that aren't supposed to be snacks. So, like, sour cream, just give me a whole tub of it.
By itself?
Yep.
Interesting. I mean, don't get me wrong,
Don't-
I love sour cream myself, but I
Mhm,
never eat it by
mhm.
itself. I usually definitely have it on my burritos that I make and on my potatoes, for sure.
That's fair.
Like a loaded baked potato, I can't say no to those things. God bless.
Those are pretty good.
I'll put myself into a food coma on those things. I don't care.
Everybody already knows my favorite snack, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm definitely always going to be a big fan of the triple tin popcorn thing. I love getting those at Christmas time.
Oh, those
Nothing
are
makes
so
me
good.
happier.
Yeah.
You know what I do sometimes?
Mm,
Those Danish shortbread cookies that you can get, like, around Christmas time.
yeah.
Yeah.
You just dump those in chocolate. It's so good.
Oh.
I
Yes.
remember core memory unlocked. We'll talk about this snack, then we'll get back to it.
Uh-huh.
My dad, who was hilariously enough, he worked for a car factory, but he was also like an amateur bodybuilder. But his
Mhm.
diet was hilarious because he's the one that he introduced me to graham crackers and chocolate frosting. He would just, I'm not kidding, he would open the chocolate frosting, take the graham cracker, and just.
Yeah.
That's fair. Completely fair, honestly.
Ah, dude, that thing tastes delicious. So yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty then. Well, Red, Galen,
Mm-hmm.
and Eva,
Uh-huh.
and Dragix. You make your way back to the ship.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, enough time has passed to where they have picked up, moved across the other side of the ship, and laid out the actual gangplank.
Uh-huh.
So you can just walk across.
Oh, cute. Okay, cool.
Thank you for saving my sanity.
I was just about to warp her up there too. So
We're all back on the ship. Enough time has passed to where you have enjoyed your lunch, Doctor.
Mhm.
By the time you finish your plate, you watch as Antha kind of walks up to you, goggles ready, tool belt back on, like ready to work.
Right.
She's like got her gloves on and she right. What are we getting into?
Well, we're going to see if this is the enchantment we think it is, and see if we get
All right.
constant wind into our sails. And Doc will go up to the main mast of the ship and place his hand on it and do what he did before, recall the rune and attempt to imbue it into the mast.
Okay. I have made an Arcana check for Antha. I need you to make an Arcana check.
Okay. Do I get tools or no?
Did you? I'm gonna go with based on the scene as you presented it to me. I'm gonna say no.
Okay. I just have to ask because it adds a D4 automatically for tools.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a 20 total.
Okay. Between your check and her check, you are able to expend the magic safely from wherever it was held within you. And as it leaves, she kind of watches this process, and you watch as she quickly grabs what it looks like some kind of wood carver's tools, and she starts to rapidly carve into the mast. And as you're kind of doing your best to hold back on dispersing all the magic at once, you wait for her to kind of get the runes set in place, and you're able to, at least for now, move the arcane energy from yourself to the work she's starting.
Mm-hmm.
But once you kind of feel that drain of energy come from you, you feel a bit of a tax. Not enough to be exhausted or break into a cold sweat or anything, but you feel that expression took a little bit of a weight on.
Yeah.
She kind of quickly is carving, getting things done, and she steps back and gives you the nod. And this couple of runes she's put together kind of quick do glow, and they maintain. She kind of looks at it for a moment, and you can see she, similar to how you do with your casting, you notice she casts Identify, but she just casts it.
Yeah, she's prepared.
Yeah. The minute passes, and she kind of takes her goggles and sets them down as she looks over it. Well then. Interesting. You said you found this in a temple?
Yes. It was in the center of a gazebo-like structure. Once we unlocked all 3 puzzles of it, it was what came out.
I think those puzzles you're speaking of were probably some kind of locking mechanism. This is not common. I've seen similar effects before, but not to this degree. Whatever you did, we have the magic, but it's gonna take me some time to get the runes just right to use it. I don't want to blow the mast in half. By that time, Drax says when you walk up, you hear the last bit of that.
Please don't.
I promise, Captain, I won't. But she kind of like nods towards the glowing enchantment. It's there. It's just it's gonna take some work to get it to expand properly.
Here's the question. Well, we have a new question. Is it just the magic itself the reason why it was stored inside me, or if it's something to do with me? Doc would put his hand over the runes, with the birthmark hand, left hand, to see if it has a reaction or anything.
There is no reaction.
Okay.
Unless you're actively trying to reabsorb.
I'll try because I'm curious if I can.
Sure. Make an Arcana check.
Uh, 26. Well then. Doc will look at his hand, then peck at the runes that are no longer glowing. I'll just put this back.
Okay. You expend it back.
Yeah.
You do so, but you immediately notice the light of the rune is dimmer.
Oh. Is it dimmer because I absorbed it and some of it's left over, or is it more I wasn't able to imbue all of it back in?
We'll say at this point you don't know.
Okay. I'll have to come at this a different day, I guess. Doc would just be staring at his hand, mostly surprised that he can do this at all.
Are you okay?
Drax just leans over his other shoulder. What are we looking at?
And I can't.
Chest still in hand.
I can just absorb magic at will.
Good to know. Quick question. He kind of like leans back and like, oh, it's on also YouTube. He just turns the chest over in his hand, pops the lid open. Do you know what that's made out of? I know it's a poison. And he just points inside. I'm like, please don't also use it. I would like to have this as an emergency use.
All right, so no licking it. Okay, noted.
No,
please don't.
Don't lick.
I don't know what it'll do, considering the age and volatility of it, possibly.
It's also a powder, so breathing it in is also a bad idea.
Zod lifts her head as she was about to sniff it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'll just I'll borrow my mask back and do a quick alchemical test on it and see if I can figure out what it is.
Sure.
Yeah.
I will leave it in my room then. And he just closes the lid, takes it into the captain's quarters, puts that on the desk for now. And then he also goes like, wait, didn't somebody bring that box back? That's tied to the rope. And he just looks over the gangplank. Is it still there? You're muted.
Is the gangplank still there?
No. The box that you originally tossed over as the anchor.
It's still there. But you can't see it has been opened.
I don't know. We know because
Yeah. The
we
box
got
is-
him back.
It has not been pulled back over.
He's gonna look at the one that threw it and just goes, "So, are you gonna go back and pick up your handiwork?"
Me?
No, not you. The one who
I
actually
helped
put it
her.
all together.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the one put it together.
Yes.
Um,
I forgot which one that was.
it was Elias.
Yeah, he just looks over. He just like leans against the rail as he's just looking at him.
Kind of narrows his eyes at you. You're not going to pull the gangplank up on me, are you?
If you give me reason, I will. You know, like, and he looks at the figurative watch on his wrist. Like, if you don't get that up here soon enough, so we can get going, I might.
He heads down to gangplank.
And he just
Box.
tick tock,
And
tickety, and he just slowly puts his hand on the gangplank and just gently moves it just a smidge to see, like, if you don't hurry up, it's gonna move.
He walks faster.
He's just joking around. It's just like every couple of minutes, like every little bit, it's a slight, just like tug on it, just to make him realize, like, oh, he's going to, but I'm never gonna move it, really. Yeah, the moment that he's back with it, we're gonna immediately pull the gangplank up and just start heading back on the road again. Well, on the clouds again, I should say. And meanwhile, all this is happening, he's also going to hold the new compass in hand and try to see, as we start the party in the island, if it starts to slow down.
Towards the island.
Yeah. And now he just grins. He's just like, yes.
Doc will retrieve his mask from Zahn and go examine the poison with alchemical set and see if he can identify it.
Do you have proficiency with that set?
Yes.
Make an alchemist tools check.
You good there,
I
B?
believe is what?
You good there?
The cattiers are slowly infusing into his brain.
Okay.
Pretty good. 24 total.
24 total. The 24 total, you immediately know this as essence of ether. It is inhaled and is commonly referred to as knockout gas.
Okay.
You know that upon inhalation, most people are immediately poisoned for some time, do not feel great, and you are knocked unconscious for anywhere from until you wake up. So it could be a full 6 to 8 hours sleep, or if you get shaken awake.
Huh. Good to know. Wouldn't hurt to have this on hand. It isn't a non-lethal method of getting someone out of the way.
Or just
You
falling
attempt-
asleep.
So as you get a small sample out of here,
Mhm.
it is mostly still affixed to the box it came in. Are you going to try and remove it and repurpose it, or leave it there for now?
I will try to remove it and to be repurposed
Okay.
because
Make a sleight
Drax
of hand
wanted
check.
it. All right.
I believe.
You really shouldn't. It's a 7.
Okay.
I am wearing my mask, by the way.
I know.
I know this is a pattern
I was
substance.
muted. Damn it.
Mhm.
What?
I was trying to say, can Zahn sit there and help him? But that's
How
okay.
would you help?
Zahn would, like, wrap a cloth around her mouth so she didn't inhale it, but she would do, like, the quote-unquote heavy lifting and like hold the thing while he scraped it off into whatever container he was trying to get it into.
Okay. I need both of you to make Constitution saving throws.
Uh-oh.
Have a good nap.
And
Definitely will.
you can add 2 to your total for being masked up.
Okay. That would be a 29 for Zahn.
Okay. Doctor?
I don't think rolling a d4 on top of this to get a maximum of 13 would make a difference. So that's a 9.
9? Okay. Zahn, as you're holding it, you are steady, you are fine.
Mm-hmm.
But you do watch as the doctor makes a cut a bit too deep, and there's a
Oh no.
and as you kind of pull the box back and shake it off a bit, you're fine. But as you're shaking, you do hear
Oh. Oh my love. Oh, you okay. She just like gently sets it down, covers it, puts the tools there, then looks over to Doc like, bud. My sweet. And she'll just like take off the mask, pick him up, put him on the bed.
Okay.
Like, I don't. Her internal monologue is, should I let him sleep to get good sleep? Or should I not? And wake him up.
As you are having that internal debate, we go topside. As the ship sets forth on the rest of its day, what are y'all doing as soon as you start to see the island? What little bit was poking out? First off, would anybody be watching this kind of catty-cornered piece of this corner tower as the ship heads away?
Yes.
Anybody else?
Eva's
I would've.
probably up in the mast again, so
As you get up there, there's a red tiefling that greets you. Oh,
Mhm.
hey.
hello then.
Do you want me to get? Is it shift switch?
No. You're fine. It's just habit more than anything.
Oh, okay. And he like shuffles out of the way so you can get up the ladder.
She'll just spider climb above the crow's nest and just kind of perch on the mast, or on the rigging rather.
That is insanely helpful. She's like looking up at you, like pondering how you're doing this.
Got it. On a future trip, get boots of spider climb for him.
Well, I guess there is room for 2 of us up here.
I can always make room. Don't worry.
And he like extends his hand upward to like shake your hand, but it's like the weird upward angle.
She can reach down and shake it.
Call me Rug.
Nice to meet you, Rug.
Full
Don't let
name's
people walk
Rugwin,
all over
but
you.
I get that a lot.
Yeah, I bet you do. Eva, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. Glad I got hired here.
Why's that?
What?
She's asking why.
Oh, well, you know, land was getting a little boring. Been there for a month or 2. Started running out of cash. Or, excuse me, started running out of coin, so needed a job.
Hopefully we don't make it too boring for you.
Oh, I'm back on the Cloud Ocean. I'm fine.
Got it.
He's another Drac. Got it.
So, how do you feel about dying?
Not a big fan.
You do know that's potential, right?
I mean, Yeah,
Higher than average?
typically for our line of work, yes.
Okay, just checking.
He's looking up at you with confused looks.
She does not explain.
He just nods his head. I'm gonna get back to looking around for things.
Yep.
Poor guy is already regretting joining the crew because of these
Remember-
questions.
Remember, Eva's good at this psychological game of let's scare the creep out of you.
Mm-hmm.
This is part of the reason why Red loves her.
Mhm.
Look, it's been our thing since the beginning of scaring random NPCs.
It has
That's what I'm
really
saying.
been. You guys established that early on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That
Not us
combination
throwing
of
away a
Drac
whole
and Eva at
farm.
the beginning was beautiful.
So, you've had a
But
moment
yes.
to yourself, Zahn. Have you come to a conclusion?
She'll wake him up.
Okay.
He knows the effects of it, so like
You give him like 20, 30 minutes for a really good
I give him a
nap.
cat nap, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. A little cat nap.
Doctor.
Mhm.
Your last memory is a and then you feel a very gentle shake to your shoulder.
Yeah, sit up. How long was I out?
Not too long. I didn't want you sleeping all day, but I figured a nap might be good for you.
Yeah, I think I need to fix the ceiling on that mask.
Yeah, it might have stretched out because,
It is attuned to you, to be fair, not me.
It's true, but I mean, it's not actually attuned to me anymore.
Well, you were the last one it was attuned to.
That is true. And you haven't attuned to it, so yeah, that would, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you attuned to it and then unattuned to it, so at least it fits your face? So
I
I
mean,
feel
you're
like
currently using it for the goggles, so.
I can get goggles back at the next island. It's fine.
Well, I can just give you the ones that you let me use then.
True. That would work, and then you would have your mask back, and then, yeah, that works.
Okay.
Alrighty. As much as I did enjoy wearing that mask, I think it suits you better.
Thank you.
Imagine someone as large as Zahn with a plague doctor mask coming at you. It'd be terrifying.
It
Was it
just
her
like
new
I
album?
just think of Castlevania Striga.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
Yeah.
I think of when she goes
Yeah.
ham in the in the day armor. That whole
Mhm.
scene, God, I love it.
Yup.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
What's in that chest? Day armor. She just fucking proceeds with 3 minutes of heavy metal slaughtering.
Yes.
I'll take the next 2 hours to unattune from one item to the other and then back again.
Gotcha. All right. Thankfully, as this was your conclusion of your travel roll for the day, the rest of your day's travel is uneventful. Night comes. For the first time, none of you have to take a watch.
Yeah.
You have a crew for that now.
Eva also doesn't have to sleep, so she's probably up there anyway.
True.
It's fine. Red doesn't need snuggles.
You got snuggles last night, ma'am.
And
She's greedy.
It's not the same thing.
She's greedy.
it's true. Can confirm.
Can't confirm. Okay. Night passes without issue. Eva,
Mm-hmm.
I need you to make me a survival check.
I
Man.
don't like that.
That's what you get for not snuggling.
Can be me. 8.
8.
Because I can't roll above a 10.
You're not sure what time of night it is, but at some point in the night, there is a moment to where you don't see any of the crew members. And as you are sitting there reading through your book, just various other stories, things of the nature, you begin to hear something. Whoosh, splish, sploosh, whoosh, sploosh, sploosh. And the boat, the vessel, it's always had a gentle rock to it, but nothing quite as harsh as if it was on actual water. But it does begin to rock a bit more.
120 feet of dark vision. Can I actually see anything?
You can see there is all about you. There is a very light gray color where there is no objects. As you look down the clouds, you do not see clouds. You do not see a familiar kind of, the little fluffiness sometimes you see, or even the fog-like cover you see. It looks choppy, almost. Liquid in this kind of grayscale color you're seeing. The smell of salt fills your nostrils.
She's gonna wake up Drac with a message.
You reach out with your magic, and it finds no target.
Cool, cool. Good to know. Okay.
To your left, you notice there is a figure sitting there on the cross beam of the sail. Cloaked, but lithe. Legs crossed, just swinging back and forth.
Have you gotten bored yet?
The individual kind of takes their arms and supports themselves and leans back a bit. The whole world used to be like this at some point. As a female voice comes forward.
Oh.
She raises her left hand, snaps her fingers, and it is noon. Your dark vision is gone, placed with typical daylight scenario. All around you is an endless sea of blue.
They tell stories about it. Never seen it in real life.
Well, if you know how to traverse, you can still find things. Though, I guess this sky wouldn't be a proper representation of it. And she kind of waves her hand a bit, and it was replaced with a familiar purplish hue and starlit background.
How did you get here?
Did you say how or when?
How?
You don't see a smile, but you kind of feel it on her face. Well, I mean, same way you can if you wanted to.
I mean, I know that I can. I also know that it's a death sentence with Vosswood running around.
Yes, he certainly is a challenge, isn't he?
Well, considering that he disintegrated one friend and immediately killed another, I'm not, counting my chances being too high.
Interesting.
I would give... Well, I wouldn't say anything, because I've already given quite a lot, but... I know how useful it would be to actually utilize the dream space. But every time I do, he knows where I am. And more than
Does
once he's found me before.
True, but
Multiple times even.
in your own right, you've gotten stronger.
Not strong enough. Couldn't save my friends from him. And he's already almost pulled this entire ship into his own domain.
True.
Not there yet. But I have ideas.
Ideas are wonderful.
They
Ideas
are, especially in the dream realm.
Things possible. And this figure kind of tucks their heels in and stands upright and kind of dusts themselves off a bit. Especially in the dream realm. How do you think the veil was made?
True. Although I don't surmise myself to be equivalent to that of God. He's way more powerful than I am in that regard.
Of course. But you mortals always do seem to surprise.
Listen, I'm half-elf, okay? I might not live as long as you, but I know that even elves have, well, death eventually.
True.
Can I ask you a question?
You get one.
What do you do for him?
Well, don't mean to brag or boast, but someone must stand at the precipice of his mortal forces.
So you're a vanguard.
Darling, I'm the vanguard.
Alright, Miss Champion. I get it.
Well, have faith.
I'm trying.
Good. And she just falls backwards out of sight.
Yep.
As she does so, darkness returns. You are left not alone on the ship. As you look down, you can see 2 crew members doing their rounds. Nothing appears to be amiss. But I will say, given the recent level up and the close and tight-knit bonds you have made with your closest allies, you are able to understand a bit more about your thirst and how you can handle it. And instead of taking one large chunk from everyone, you find a way to take little slivers from each of them to be just enough to not harm your friends or their memories, but keep yourself just above hungry.
Have we negated the hunger table?
For now.
Cool.
Now, if all of your allies are not available in a space, things
Of
may
course.
happen. But I'll say, as long as all of your allies are within, say, 500 feet, you can pull this off.
Don't go disappearing to other planes on me, Drac.
You're muted?
I was muted.
It's okay, I can read your lips.
So, like I said, mind you, this also didn't happen last night when I was trying to figure out the video issue. I swear.
No, it's totally fine.
But I would never, and if I was going to, everyone's coming with me, ship
I
included.
know. I just like picking on you because you're the one that would go off in that direction.
Yeah, I would. Not gonna lie, I definitely would.
That's all I have for you. Anything you want to react
Nope.
to or do before we move on?
Just keeping an eye out, making sure nothing happens.
Okay.
A little more comforted up in the crow's nest.
Yeah, I will say you do see like another ship here and there, but again, you are with the understanding that we're back on like a major trade route. Basically, it's to be expected.
Sounds good.
The next morning comes. All of you wake up to a very annoying sound at 07 sharp of a thick iron triangle. As Grev, your new resident cook, has breakfast prepared and made.
I imagine Doc is already awake.
Drax slowly opens the door to the cabin, and it's just like it's one of those like one eye slowly comes out, and he just like looks. It's not even like a glare; it's just a look. Like, why?
As you go to open the door, Drakix, and you stare out of it, with an unfortunate natural one, you hear a very loud.
Oh no, not again!
You hear Galen has fallen out of the hammock.
He just slowly turns around, just goes.
He's just face down. All you see is a little bit of like blue skin and like stark white hair, like in a mess around him.
He just looks over and just goes, "You know what? That's fine." he was like, his reaction was just like, "How dare you know what? That was worth the wake up call." And he goes over and he just pats Grab on the shoulder. He's like, "You know what? Thank you for the present."
You see, he outreaches for the nearest piece of cloth. He just pulls it in and makes it into like a makeshift pillow. It just buries his face in it.
He just gently pats Grab on the shoulder. That was worth the wake up, but you're gonna have to give him food. And he points back just to make him realize who he's referring to.
Grev doesn't give you much more besides a grunt and just shoves a bowl of some kind of hot, questionable porridge into your hands.
It's gonna be a lot better than the minimum that he's had. So he's just like, "Thank you."
Hey, Eva can cook.
No. What he means is beyond your guys' cooking, the worst meal he's ever had, this is probably better than that.
I'm just messing.
Oh, I know.
Zahn.
We all know.
Go ahead.
I was like, we all still remember not to leave Red by the coffee.
Hey!
I think it's evolved from this
Valid, but hey!
Red is not allowed to cook.
She just burns everything, really.
It's just like, there's fire, fire, and that's it. Forgets completely about what she's doing until after everything's done. It's like, oh, crap.
Oh, that was supposed to be food, not charcoal.
Damn! Charcoal's useful.
Drac does actually remind Grav how to make the coffee, just so that way, like, going forward, we'll have some. And he just
points over to the beaker heater system that Doc has set up and is like, "I ain't touching it."
He's just like,
valid.
Understandable. It's not.
But that's
that
how I
bad,
imagine you would like see over your shoulder Doc walking up and just going right through the motions.
No, he's not.
No? Oh.
No.
I don't get to leave bed.
No. Zahn is not waking up. Zahn refuses
Doc, you
to
try
wake
to
up.
leave bed because you know you need to get some coffee going.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's no strength check you could pass that.
Yeah. Actually, it'd be surprising if he did. In all honesty,
it would be hilarious and on track.
You know what? Try it.
Honestly?
Sure,
I just
try
wanna
it.
see the
Well,
try.
Try it.
Question: would the doctor choose to actively resist?
That is the question, isn't it?
That is the
It is.
question.
That's why it was
If
being
you can't find an answer, roll a
With
d20.
9 answer.
I don't think he would find a reason to resist.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's less you can't, and more of you won't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's too
Unless
damn
it's-
early.
Unless something pressing is taking his attention, he will not have the idea to resist.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, Grev just points over to all the beakers and the stuff. He's like, I'm not touching it.
Drac just goes like, "I'll teach you," and he walks him through. Even though he understands the fact that he's not going to touch it, it's the fact that he at least has the knowledge to do it. That's
Right.
all he's doing.
Okay.
I imagine Doc has like a step-by-step in crayon writing effectively for someone to use.
Grev basically yells at Xerix to take over to serve out food, and then he will do his best to watch him.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just gonna make a flat intelligence check for this guy.
Oh.
He does not learn very well.
That's
Betty!
surprising. It's really not surprising.
Burns the
And even then-
chocolate, thinks it's right, you know.
Yep. So about this time, Red comes stumbling into the kitchen. Her clothing is disheveled. Her hair is a wreck. Her eyes are on fire. Where is the bloody triangle?
You can
Who
see
rang
it's
it?
just-
Where is it?
It's just hanging right outside the door. You pass on
Oh.
the way in.
Cool. She's taking it off the wherever it's hanging, going to the deck and throwing it over the side of the ship.
That was my
Bring it again.
grandmother's
You
triangle.
just see Grev's face just horrified. Grand's bell.
Don't lie.
Drac is just gonna look at Red, just be like, "Those are usually kept in families."
He just walks to the edge of the ship and just stares out where you threw it.
Is it too far gone by this point for her to fly down and get it?
Oh, it's gone.
Cool. Good.
I was going to try and intercept as Eva comes down off the mast, but I didn't have a chance. So.
Okay.
It's more of the shock and awe from it
Yeah.
that even Drac doesn't even react.
Stares out over the open cloud ocean just in disbelief.
And Drac just looks back over and just goes, "Those are family heirlooms, usually."
Family heirlooms should be quieter. And she just storms back into her room.
And then all she hears as like she walks away is, "Rev, I'll get you another one on the next island."
See his like Vorstrix has come over and it's just like rubbing his back. It's okay, bud. New ship, new crew. We've got to learn the rules. I know it was Grand's. I know it's come on. It's okay. He's just sobbing.
Even Drac comes over and just gently pats him on the shoulder. "I'm so sorry. I should have warned you. She hates waking up early. Forgive me."
I just.
Rev will remember this.
I thought we were supposed to let the crew know breakfast was ready.
I understand. And I feel devastated. I may not have known her, but I feel terrible. I'm so sorry.
She was.
And he also gives like a very solemn, like he takes the captain's hat off that he probably had, like as he put, he just holds it to his chest for a moment. It's just let's go inside and you can have the first cup of coffee. Let's go. And he just slowly,
I'm gonna go hide my spoon.
"Please do."
As you see, he pulls the wooden spoon out of the stuff, and there's like initials on it, and it's old. It's old as shit. he just
Jesus.
washes it off and just like hides it in his tunic.
Don't worry. We'll get another one. And we'll find a way to silence her room. So that way we don't have to worry about it.
She could just starve.
While I understand the sentiment, let us not do that.
In the top left corner, Grev will remember this.
Yeah. As
Drac
those
gives
of
him
you, except for Red, can have breakfast. We're going to take our slightly longer break. We're going to take a quick 10-minute break, run some ads, go. We'll actually go off camera for those 10 minutes and get some snacks, use the restroom, things like that. So we'll see you guys in 10. You should go get some snacks as well because it's Wednesday. It's D&D night. You got to have snacks. We'll see you guys in 10. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you went and got snacks yourself, because I know I completely cleaned off my snack plate. It is empty. Nom 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 toast.
Be like that sometimes.
Do that sometimes. As you have consoled Grev, Red has returned back to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, things move on. We move into the day's travels. Need someone to roll a d10.
Nope,
Yes.
Not
not
me.
me.
Done. Hold on.
I'll let somebody
D12.
else do it this time.
12!
He said 10.
10. Come on.
It's even better! 1.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Morgan.
It went from amazing to shit.
Yeah, well.
You had to just take. You had to go along the top. You have to go
yeah.
eat both ways.
I did.
I was afraid of rolling in case, I brought us a dragon or something, but now I'm not concerned anymore because we rolled a 1.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah. A 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't sound great. Cool. All right.
This is so good, you guys. It's gonna go
Mhm.
great.
So good. It's
So
gonna go
good.
so amazing.
So
Red needs
good.
to set shit on fire anyhow.
Mm.
So
So I need to smack some people around.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to make an executive decision here.
Oh.
No, that's
Using
not
a card-
terrifying.
I'm using a card out of order because it makes sense to
Mhm.
use it now.
That's what they're there for. Create chaos.
Yeah. Yeah. So who
Bracket.
drew the magical card that you're pulling?
Mav Hunter.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so we know who to blame.
Yep.
Dragics. As you
All right,
are
I'm only part of the one to blame. We gotta blame the one who rolled the one.
hunched over the navigation tools you use to make sure your course is well plotted.
Mm-hmm.
You have kind of both hands on the side of the desk. You're kind of hunched over it, looking at it, kind of squinty-eyed. When all of a sudden, you feel one of the most dreadful things feel while you're on a cloud vessel. Your hull makes contact with something beneath the cloud ocean.
Oh no.
Girl's coming back to haunt Red. It's fine.
Graham said no. Graham's punishing us all. Important question.
Your hull takes 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, goody.
As immediately, you're unsure what you hit, but unfortunately, as soon as you hit, you turn, you get to the helm, you are met with, unfortunately, a more harrowing sight.
Uh-huh.
As you leave the table, you don't have a chance to see the little piece of flash paper about 3 inches wide and 5 inches long go up in flame. And you look forward over the ship, and upward from the clouds, a thick, noxious cloud begins to envelop the entire ship as you are sailing directly into it. As a tale you have heard about and experienced before, the hungering fog begins to roll in as your vessel has struck a specific cluster of coral that sticks to and grows on pieces of islands or failed to be lifted islands that rests below the surface of the cloud ocean. As this cloud comes up over, you can see shapes of the creatures disturbed within it. I need everyone to kick this off with a Constitution saving throw.
Cool.
Important question. As he sees this,
I'm just
The-
gonna leave.
No, Marina.
Oh. Oh.
I
so,
cannot do anything.
before I roll, I just want to know, as he sees this, tries to get the helm, tries to get away, he pulls out the new compass. Is it pointing towards this cloud?
The compass, the needle itself has lifted off of the compass. And almost as if like a three-dimensional pointing is pointing at a 45-degree angle down in front of the ship.
Okay. Got it. All he says is, as he's looking at it, in holy
Y'all. Come on.
the dice is definitely agreeing with this comment. He just looks and just goes, "We have. I know how to use this now." And at the same time, it's just like, all hands brace for bullshit. And that's exactly the words that come out of his mouth.
All hands brace for bullshit. Noted.
Where did you go? I dropped a
Noted.
D20 and I need it.
Even never made it off the mast yet, so like I'm curious to see how this is gonna go.
Where did Doc? Oh yeah, Doc's at his table. Okay.
Yeah,
I
had
did use a
things to do.
D4, by the way.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yep.
Eva should also have 2.
Yeah, thank you. Oh no,
Thank
that's
you,
a
thank
1.
you.
That's a 2. There we go. Okay. I hope I'm okay.
I should be. Knock on wood.
I hope I'm okay too.
Crew member sort it out real quick.
Okay. Drakix,
11.
fail. Levikazan,
19.
fail. Eva,
Natural 1 for a total of 4.
fail. Red,
Dirty 20.
success. Doctor,
8.
fail. Rug, succeeds. Corina, succeeds. Vorstrix, fails. Bjorgic, fails. Antha, fails. Samora, succeeds. Elias, succeeds. Grev, fails. Part of your crew. So I
Mhm.
need Wern, Trinket, Xerix. Okay. Shit. Well, before I knocked it off the desk, Wern succeeds, Trinket and Xerix fail. Shit, there's a random D20.
Uh-huh.
Got it. Okay. If you failed, you take 23 points of poison damage and you are
Jeez.
poisoned.
Okay.
If you succeed, you take
We
half
had a
as
long
much.
rest before this.
Take half as much
Okay.
and you're not poisoned.
Okay.
You said 22?
23.
23, yeah. Let me long rest myself really quick.
Right?
And you said that we're poisoned, right?
Oh my god.
Poisoned,
Yep.
correct.
We are poisoned.
Those who fail to poison.
So everyone but Red.
Red.
Mhm.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
She's proficient in con saves.
So am I! I failed by 1.
No. It's fine.
It's fine.
I'm gonna roll for how many creatures you disturbed. We're going to do some fun initiative.
Uh-huh.
Pulling out the dice tray. In the dice.
So,
You know what?
currently, dark vision unfortunately does not help you here.
Oh.
The entirety of the ship is obscured,
Mm-hmm.
but it is light out, so there are at least shapes and shadows to be seen.
Okay.
I have a number here of how many creatures have been disturbed. I'm going to do group initiative. So I'm going to take all your
Okay.
initiatives and quickly average them out. And
Great,
then I will
thanks.
put it against the creatures and see who wins.
Okay. Cool.
So as you get your initiatives, just call them out.
Oh, but I have an advantage.
Oh, wait, I'll just roll disadvantage.
I'm sorry.
Why disadvantage?
Because poison gives you disadvantage on checks and attack rolls.
No, defense on attack rolls and ability checks for legacy rolls.
Initiative is an ability check.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
God damn it,
But
Smiley,
skill checks,
straight.
skill checks are not affected by it. Just to clarify.
so that was a 15.
So
I would have
is
had.
initiative considered an ability check or a skill check?
It's an ability
Yeah.
It's an ability. Okay.
because there's.
Is
not a
it
skill.
sad the fact that I rolled a 15 and a nat 20? Well, I would have had a 15 total and a 26.
Initiative. is
Fine. I had a
considered
flat
dex
roll and
ability check.
probably got the lowest.
Hang on, everybody. What was that Miss Mitwolf?
It's considered a dex ability.
A dex ability. Got it.
So there's an ability check.
Trakix.
I have a 15.
Lucazon.
7.
Mm.
Eva.
9.
Red.
7.
Doctor.
9.
Divided by 5.
Mm-hmm.
Your group initiative is 9.4.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Yep.
Like I said, flat roll and I still got the lowest. Like tied for the lowest, but still the lowest.
We both had a flat roll. And we
Well,
both
yeah.
got the same number.
Yep. Okay.
And both have the
Well,
same
this is
plus
going to
2.
reveal how many creatures there are, but don't freak out.
Great. Cool.
Okay.
Lovely. Wonderful.
I won't freak out. Okay.
But they only beat you by 0.1.
There's only 23.
Serious?
Look, it's only 23.
2, 5, 3, 4, 9. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I should
Yeah,
have fucking used
yeah.
my inspiration.
It would have canceled it out, yeah.
Yeah.
Save it for when you need it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fine.
Initiative is not.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, it's really not. Especially average initiative, like a group initiative. Not the
Now,
right.
Mhm.
in order to make sure I don't unfairly balance this,
Uh-huh.
you can make your choice. When you're defending, you're going to make what I call a defense roll. You can
Mhm.
choose a strength, con, or dex saving throw
Okay.
as your defense roll. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
But when I call for a defense roll, I don't even know which one you chose. I just need to know what your total was.
Okay.
So,
And that's a saving throw?
Yes.
yes,
Perfect.
is your ability to either physically withstand, dodge, or muscle deflect these
Punch air.
creatures.
Punch air.
Okay.
Punch air. Yeah,
Punch
basically.
air. Noted.
Okay.
I'd like you to
The
know that.
DC
Oh.
is dependent on how many creatures are alive.
Okay.
Question.
So, go ahead.
Due to aura, is that always applied?
I'm going to go with yes, because I don't want to rob
Okay.
you of a class ability. And if anybody else has a core class ability to assist yourself or allies, let me know so we make sure we factor that in. I don't want you guys to feel robbed because it's a little bit different combat.
Oh,
just
she's
make
lighting
sure I don't
herself
die.
on. Huh?
I said I just make sure I don't die against my unique ability.
She's lighting herself on fire. Anything that touches her automatically gets damaged. So,
Got it.
yeah.
But you have to take damage for that to inflict, correct?
Yeah, well, I think they have to touch her. Hold on, let
It's
me
a
see.
melee thing.
Mhm.
So if
So-
you're hit with a melee attack,
Yeah,
which is what this is, so if you're hit with an attack.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So everyone, since it's the creature's turns, they're going to attack you and they're going to swarm. So everyone make a defense check.
You remember, you all get a +5,
Don't we have to be within range of
They
you
have
for
to be
that?
within range of you.
10 feet.
Yeah,
Well,
Eva's
if
on the
it's-
mast.
If it's on the helm, I
I'm
mean,
below deck.
I'm sorry, if it's at
Oh.
the bow, then it's everybody who's near me is going to get that +5.
Well, you
Is
would
there-
still be near the helm. But I
Mhm.
will say, before you make your defense checks, you are all welcome to do your usual movements and so on and so forth. On your turn, though, that's right. That would be your turn. So right now, you're
Yeah.
still at the
We're
helm.
surprised.
Yes.
I cannot be surprised so long as I rage on my turn.
But you're not raging right now.
No, but that's the thing, is that on my turn, I can't be surprised.
Right.
Hold on,
But
let
they're
me-
going to go before your turn. So
I
that
Yeah,
won't
they're
pause.
going before your turn, so therefore,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
The opening round is not in your favor, but subsequent rounds may
Okay. Yes.
actions determining could be in your favor much more.
Yes, because I can act normally on my
To
first turn,
include
so yeah, okay.
Red's mantle of flame, and anybody else's you wish to bring forth.
Yes.
so
Alright.
like my channel divinity would only go into effect. Like, it'll go into effect, but it really won't be usable until next turn.
Defensive rolls, Drakics.
I will be going with strength. So that's 15.
Fail.
Of course it is.
The big is on.
26.
Success.
Yay!
Eva.
9 again.
Fail. Red.
23.
Fail.
Fail with a
Doctor.
23? What?
What were the options again for all the rolls?
Strength, con, or
Dex,
dex.
con.
Con would be the best option. 22.
Fail.
I object to these rolls. I don't like these rolls. These
This
rolls can
has
go.
been 3 weeks of these rolls for me.
Yeah.
You need to cleanse your fucking computer.
Get
I think
some
that
sage
ever
out.
since you moved, your rolls have just like... Yep. Cleanse your
Price of
apartment.
living well at the beach.
No, I know what it is. I know what it is. Your dice feel neglected because you have not taken them to the beach.
That is very true.
I-
Take your dice to the beach.
Am I supposed to take my computer and dump it in the water?
No. I said take something to the beach from your computer. Your mouse. Take it. Unplug it.
I mean,
like-
to be fair, I'm about to throw this mouse in the frickin' ocean, so
Do
maybe
it.
that'll do something.
Do it.
Don't mind me as I gather all the dice I'll need.
Nope, you're good. That's the dice.
Holy
Mhm.
shit.
All right, so this is where Drac dies. Got it.
Your squishies are gonna die first.
I
That was a
know.
lot
I
of
want my
damage.
Not
squishies
gonna
to
have-
die.
We're not
Alright.
gonna have any crew left.
Those that failed, you take 29 points of slashing damage.
Mhm.
Those that succeeded,
Ow.
half as much.
So Eva's already under half.
Same with Doc.
Y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to think here, like fairness and balancing wise.
What?
It's TPK, man.
No, I'm
Yeah.
just going to have to make a call that Red, your mantle's not up yet. So that is the creature's turns. It is y'all's turn now.
Sixth level false life on the Doc.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Give me yourself 31 temp HP.
All right. And there's no order here. If no one's talking, just feel free to blurt out what you're doing.
That's action. Doc's gonna begin moving up, but as far as he'll go, it's right there.
Drac is going to wield the storm and cunning action dash to make it up here. I think that's 40 feet. I don't remember anymore. Not even. Yeah, that's close enough. I just gotta move one square back. Got it.
Okay.
Or yeah, indeed. Okay. Yeah, that's bonus action, that's action, that's movement. Shields on hand. Oh wait, I didn't even have the new armor yet. Alright, but I know my AC is 21.
Okay.
Let me trying to remember right now anyway. What is the abilities on that armor? Yeah, that's everything I'm doing, so don't mind me.
Okay.
Zon's gonna get angry,
Okay.
and she is going to. She's gonna whirlwind her
realized.
celestial cleaver around.
Okay.
She doesn't know what she's hitting. It's fog to her.
Okay. So you're going to make an attack roll?
Yeah.
Discovery
Reckless.
phase.
Huh?
Discovery phase.
Yeah. Exactly.
You guys
What?
do not
Important
have to
question.
roll.
So sorry. The armor, Aegis of the Last Dawn, because technically he'd be attuned and wearing that currently, gives me resistance to basic damage.
So you would have taken half damage.
So that would be 29, so that would be 14?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to give myself 14 HP. I just looked at it. I'm like, oh, that's what that thing also does. My bad. Forgive me.
Discovery phase. These
Yeah.
creatures are not difficult to hit. There's just many of them.
Cool.
You don't have to roll to hit unless you want to look for the crit. You're not going to miss no matter what, but just to kind of keep things rolling.
No, she's good. She'll just whirl
Okay,
around.
Roll your damage.
She's gonna whirlwind around. Oh, that's a. Is that a 12? That's a 12. Plus 2d6. You're not gonna believe this. I rolled 3 1s.
My God,
I
woman.
I changed dice. That's
So,
why.
what is your damage?
8 damage on first hit.
Got it?
Second hit is 18.
Okay.
And bonus action, she raged. Oh, which is another 4 total. 6 total? I'll just say 4 total for now.
Sorry, I forgot to
Okay.
do that earlier.
That's all right. Okay.
Okay. That's Zod.
All right.
Can I say she moved up, like, she basically went whirlwinding that way?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Yep.
Eva.
So, oh, go ahead.
Red.
Whoever, I don't care.
Doesn't matter to me. He was going to attempt to slide down the mast in spider climb style, like
Okay.
fireman the mast, essentially.
Okay. Yep.
Who can I see from the mast currently?
You can see shapes, but you're not dead sure who's who.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Galen where he would be, because he would be back here by the navigation tools.
I know where Drac would be, because he's captain, he would be at the helm. So
I'm pretty sure you should see the cackling.
He wafted. You did notice a large form go barreling past you.
I would also probably see the lightning coming off of him at some point, right?
Mm-hmm.
You do see a couple flashes here and there, yes. Like you
Yeah.
just hear, and you hear like across your
Yeah.
shoulders.
Let me check real quick before I pop this, just to make sure. Be... Would I be able to reach him from the mast?
What's the range of the spell?
It's a touch spell, so I just need to have my movement to get up to him.
You have a climb speed, so your movement would be getting down the mast.
Okay, that's fine.
Question B.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Because poison gives disadvantage on attack rolls, I don't know how that's working with this.
You're
You
not
did say
poisoned.
reckless.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
You're also not poisoned. You've passed the check initially.
Oh, that's right, I did.
Drac would also tell anybody, what are you allowed? Anybody on the bow to retreat. So that way nobody's within 15 feet of him.
Okay.
As he's pretty sure like all these creatures are coming over the bow of the ship, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, so... Can't do what I want to do because I use my movement, which is fine. For an action, she's going to cast Blur on herself.
Okay.
And for a bonus action, she's going to use a Greater Healing Potion.
Okay.
Which is... 20? Right? Because we maxed the healing?
Yes.
I might live another round, guys.
Wow.
Might.
Red.
Right. Yep.
Cool.
Might.
So she got a new spell thing when we leveled up that nobody
yeah?
has seen her use yet. So first is going to be Wreath of the Phoenix, which is an automatic 5 damage to anything within 5 feet of her.
Okay.
Then she is casting Investiture of Flame. And her fire grows exponentially. Much, much brighter, much, much hotter. Wreath of the Phoenix only damages enemies that attack her. Investiture of Flame damages any creature within 5 feet of her that either starts its turn there or moves within 5 feet of her.
Is that a set
and-
damage or a rolled damage?
The investiture is a rolled damage. So let me roll this
Got it.
d10. No, I did not want to roll that. Why did it roll all of that? Oh, I don't know why I think it rolled all that. Anyway, my d10 is a 9. So
So upon
9
casting spell, it does like a burst of damage.
It does. So
Okay.
upon casting the spell, there's a burst of 9 plus 5 from she's using I forget what it's called, but she adds the 5 because of her charisma and it's fire damage. So that's 14. And then if they attack her, that's another 5. Yep. And she's just going to walk forward, staying not within 5 feet of anyone. I don't know how far she can move, though. How far is 30 feet on this map?
Where are you?
If you left click and hold your token, you can then right click, I believe, as you move it, you can see how far you're moving.
No, it's not letting me do that.
I got you. That is
That's there.
30 feet.
Okay, cool. So she's going to make sure that she passes in between them, leaving 5 feet on either side of her, and then go here. But it does not catch ships on fire, only creatures.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
And that is her turn.
Got it. I'll say with your abilities there, let me go around this here. Drakix,
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe. What was your action?
It was Wheel of the Storm.
Okay.
Try
That
to.
doesn't have any aura damage, though, does it?
No, it does not have any aura damage.
So you unfortunately gain no benefits from this round.
No.
Vikazan,
But he did also tell everybody to get away from him currently.
Vikazan, you raged.
Yep.
So that'll come in after damage is determined. Eva, you cast
Blur.
Blur on yourself.
Yep.
If you choose to use a dexterity saving throw as your defensive roll, you may do so with advantage.
Copy that.
Red, because of your spell, if you choose to make a constitution saving throw, you may do so with advantage.
Perfect.
Doc, I don't believe your spell casting or current active abilities would give you any advantages on these rolls.
I think so.
Okay. Everyone, please make a defensive check.
All right.
Well, since I can't physically pass this check, strength, why not?
Oh my god.
You never fucking know. Ah, damn.
I would need a nat 20 to pass any of these checks, apparently, because a 23 didn't pass. That's my max I can roll on these checks.
That's a 16.
Fail.
17.
Fail.
27.
What was that?
27.
Success. Red.
I'm debating using a D4, but I don't.
Do it.
Hmm.
You have 1 left.
Yeah, I know. Okay, cool. I'm using a D4. 24.
Success.
Good.
Oh, thank goodness.
Good.
Okay.
That's everybody's right.
Doc got a 4, so.
Yeah, okay.
Oh no, poor dog.
If he dies again,
He's not gonna die, he's fine. He's gonna be very tired after this.
Those that fail take 23 points of slashing damage.
Jeez.
So 11 for me.
11 for you and Zahn.
DM question.
5.
Yes.
You allowed the advantage, but poison also inflicts disadvantage. Would that then become a straight roll?
No, not on saves.
poison does not affect saves. Is that right?
No, just attack roll and ability rolls. Save, not saving throws.
Got it.
Okay. Just double checking.
Yeah, no, good check, because I am also very unfamiliar with poison, so I'll use it enough.
Yeah.
Well, in like 90% of DD, it's usually irrelevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what type
We're
of
out
damage?
here trying new
Slashing?
things.
Right.
Yeah.
Poison
It's slashing damage, right?
Yes.
Yes, it's slashing damage.
23.
Okay.
Zon takes 5
Well,
because
She
rage.
passed.
Passed and
And
rage.
she passed.
Pass and range. Right.
Yep.
Yep.
I'll get you in a minute, Red, to resolve your output damage.
Oh.
Does anybody have any questions on damage taken this round?
Nope.
Red,
Nope.
I know it's an automatic 5, but you said the Investor Flame is a roll damage.
Yep.
Is that when they
So
attack you or start their turn within you, correct?
both, yes.
Both, yes. Okay, so go ahead. I have your 5 recorded. Go ahead and give me your roll damage, please.
Okay, and the attack is a 5, and then there's roll damage plus 5.
Got it. Go ahead and I'll take that now.
Okay. So that's an 8 for a total of 18.
Okay. You are beginning to see strange, winged, scaled, small creatures kind of hitting the deck. Like maybe the size of like it's probably I would say they could fit inside like a cavity of like the doctor's torso. Like if there was a barrel as big as his torso, they'd fit inside of that. There's just a lot of them. Thus,
Mhm.
as you reduce their numbers, the DC goes down and their damage goes down.
Anthony and Zarek are not up there next to Drag, right?
Yeah, I was about to get all the movements done
Okay.
because I forgot to do it before the turn ended. It's going to see if we can move their way through. She's fine. And yeah. They kind of feel their way out, but they move.
You would tell them to like go
Just a
down.
full retreat, so
Yeah. So this way they go back towards the mast, towards everybody else.
she would actually end up here.
That's fine.
Come here. And yeah, in there. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna do a quick, basically fight or flight check for your crew. They fight, and Galen fights as well. So I'll get his damage out the way real quick. So he has that new weapon that he spent a lot of money on.
Mm-hmm.
Bag that Drakix caught a glimpse of.
Which is fine. He's not going to argue. He would have bought him a weapon anyway. The moment that he feels his crew's gone, Drak is going to Thunderwave.
Okay.
And now I just got to double check that spell damage because
What's your spell save DC?
it is 18.
They fail.
And this is level 2 Thunderwave, so it's 3d8 worth of damage.
I'm going to roll a d10 to see how many creatures were in range of your spell.
It's a 15-foot cube.
Gotcha. So, whatever I roll on this d10, you're going to multiply your damage by that much.
Okay.
That's how many creatures got caught in it. 4.
So that's 48 total damage.
You are watching as more of these strange creatures are beginning to pile up. Shit. Dog it. How many dice did I drop tonight?
Yes.
Uh-huh. I agree.
Alrighty then. Zon? Swinging.
She is helicoptering around with their axe. Yes.
I need you to just make like a link noise. Yaad! As you do the hurricane.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty much just like circling around like the main area here.
Okay.
Because she can see that Drakus has it covered. So she'll just do... Oh, what can she do? She can do Reckless Great Weapon Master. So technically, because she's killing creatures, she would get that bonus action as a hit, right?
If you kill a creature, yes.
Okay, noted. So I don't have to roll to attack, but 17 plus 5, so 22 for the first hit.
You sever one of the creatures in half.
6, 12, 18, 21, 26 points of damage for the second.
You take down a few more.
And 13, 6, 7, 18 points for the third hit.
You see another one hit the ground.
Cool. And she's basically helicoptered, like, I don't know, down over here. Oh.
Okay.
I don't like that look.
No, go on.
That's her turn.
Okay.
Oh, plus 3, 6, 9 points of damage for rage, because I always forget that.
All right.
Aquafy make his way topside. Take him 15 feet to get up. Do I see Eva? Well, look up
I
from
would
the
say
map.
if you're right there, that is close enough to see her.
Cool. Eva, I'm going to hit you with a spell.
Wonderful.
It doesn't specify if you have to make a save or not, though, to be fair.
What's the spell?
Negative energy flood. It is a con save normally, but if you target undead with this creature, the target doesn't make a save. Okay, never mind. It does. You don't make a saving throw. Instead, I rolled the 5d12, and you get half that for 10 hit points.
Okie dokie.
Smart.
Yeah.
Rolled pretty good, actually. You get 15 temporary hit points. This is a heal that only works for me and you.
There you go.
That's temp, you said?
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Other than that, that would be Doc's turn. I guess he'll move to be more out of the way
Okay.
from Eva. I saw like 15 feet. So I'll just move 10 feet here. I know Eva's heading down the mast, so I don't want to be in her way at the bottom.
Gotcha. Eva, red.
I have an idea, but it's a dumb idea.
Do it.
What do you got?
Are these... It's hard to phrase this question because I don't want to, like, metagame it, but, like, are these creatures staying in the vicinity of the center of the ship? Are they spread all over the ship?
They seem to be concentrated on the ship wherever there's movement, but also they've come with this fog.
Right. Would it be fair to say at this point that the majority of them are around the center of the ship? Or would that be incorrect? Since we don't have, like, visual tokens to go by.
It would be difficult to tell because the fog has encompassed the entire ship. They don't seem to have
Copy that.
just wouldn't know, unfortunately.
Well, since I don't want to hit my friends, I do that.
I just realized, and I have a question, but it's a question that Drac would know, at least story wise.
Oh,
Does
wait,
the
hang on.
fog? I'll let you go
No, go ahead.
first.
Nope, go ahead. I'm
Brandon?
mathing.
Does the storm typically get buffeted by strong winds and disperse quicker? Would he know that? And I'm referring to like winds that are 20 miles an hour.
Yeah. I would say it's just indeterminate that you don't sense this is a magical fog. It does feel a little more natural, and basically it was released when you struck that thing.
So, once again, can Drac make a educated guess that a strong enough wind may resolve this issue?
I would say that'd be a good guess, but it is. The question would be the size of the area. You may be able to disperse a certain size of it, but you don't know if you have the strength.
Because he would. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm thinking warding wind.
Yeah. But
And he would pump
the size.
And he would pump all of the magic he has to expand the radius. So the 6 spell slots that he has in one burst to expand the radius from 10 feet to encompass the entire ship.
What would the radius be?
I don't know. It's going to be up to you because it says it's 10-foot radius. And it says nothing about leveling up the spell or anything. It just says 10 feet.
Oh, it's a spell?
Mm-hmm.
Then if it doesn't have at higher levels casting, they're just the end.
I just threw it into Roll20 for you to see.
Okay. Yeah. It's a solid idea, but it doesn't have any direction for higher level casting, so there wouldn't be, unfortunately.
I figured I'd ask just in case.
Yeah, no, it's a good ask. It's a good ask. Red, what you got?
Wait, I think Eva was going.
I'm gonna try something stupid, and I need you to let me know if this is gonna work or not.
Go ahead.
So, Eva is going to use the Create Void bonus action to create a sphere of vacuum, but she wants to make it above the crew so that they don't have to make the dex saving throw. Because
how far away does it need to be for that to happen?
Anything within 60 feet. And it has a 15-foot reach, so she can put it above the crew and it won't bother them.
Mm-hmm.
But since I haven't figured out what these creatures are, I want to know if that makes sense.
Oh, if you do that, we can bombard them with a shatter fireball. That would be so much fun. Anyway.
So you can cast it up to 60 feet away from you.
Correct.
But
and it has a reach of 15 feet.
15 feet, got it.
If only a tabletop existed that had 3-dimensional maps.
Working on it.
Surprising comes up more often than you would think.
Well, Dungeon Alchemist is actually working on it, which I'm very happy about.
I would say you could cast it. You could pick a left or right.
Okay.
out over the ship. And because the individuals that are on this part of the map, while they might be in range, they are behind full cover.
Okay.
Like they're behind thick wooden walls with a closed door.
So I want to use the void to pull in as many creatures as I can. They have to make a dexterity saving throw to resist, which is a... Give me one second.
They
13?
fail.
Cool. And as
I
my
can
action, I'm
roll
going
for
to hit
it.
that whole group with a shatter spell. And I'm going to do that at 4th level.
What is the action economy for the...
The void is a bonus action because that is my channel divinity.
Gotcha. Okay. Roll your damage. Red, what are you doing?
She is going to walk forward.
Okay.
Let's see how far she can go. Hold on. She can go up there. And then she's going to aim this direction.
Okay.
Part of her investiture of flame says you can use your action to create a line of fire 15 feet long and 5 feet wide, extending from you in a direction you choose. Each creature in the line must make a dex saving throw. A creature takes 4d8 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. 4d8. And she's plopping 5 on top of that. So that is a total of 32.
Okay.
Plus if any of them are in 5 feet of her. Or no, they haven't started their turn yet.
Gotcha.
Okay. It's on
The
their
grand total of -4 hit points between Red and Eva. Eva, you reach forth through Channel Divinity and you rip open this space, seeing at the very center of this black hole effect, you see a familiar purple and starlit visage. You focus your shatter there as you watch the bulk of the creatures get pulled and compressed into this space. And as you watch your magic leave your hand, you can see the fractures in the air happening just as Red kind of saunters basically right past your right side. And Red, you see her cast this spell, and you basically just press your shoulder against hers and extend your left hand. So the two of you side by side, basically, you release the flame, and it melds into one spell, and this shattered flame strikes the center of this. There's a rush of heat and wind as the magic collides, and there's a moment all of you look around, and it's just the smell of singed scales and clear skies.
I'm gonna do that more.
Drac is
black
going
hole.
to check over any of the creature bodies that are on the ship.
So, what they are,
Mm.
they are a eyeless, winged creature.
Mm.
Is it familiar? Looking to Doc and Zahn, potentially? From our escapades below the clouds at one time?
No.
Okay.
Is it familiar to Drac in any way, shape, or form?
Make a nature check.
Come on, Goose Egg. Oh, come on. You were on
That
that
is
19.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
You know, I just realized I
They
have
don't have
disadvantage on
eyes.
this check. I'm just gonna
Yeah, but
roll
it's-
it again just to see.
20.
Right? Like
That stood on the
no.
18 for the longest, and then went no.
Yep.
You do not recognize these creatures, but looking at them, you can see that where their wings are, the bony protrusions have somehow been like sharpened, almost like how a cat or a dog would sharpen their claws on tree bark or something. They're basically sharpening their own bone wings against each other. They
Ocean
have
bats.
sharp, just almost like shark teeth. There's rows.
Nice.
You see no eyes on them.
As soon as
Sure.
she realizes that the danger is past, she's gonna extinguish herself.
Got it.
Drac lets the lightning dissipate, and then he goes to check out
How big is
everyone.
You look over, and you can see there is a path of blood from where you were moving through here with your axe. And you can see slumped against the railing with a gash through his shoulder is Wern.
Doc's immediately going
No.
over, treat them.
Zon goes over. Please tell me I didn't do that. Did I do that? Oh my god, I am so sorry.
As you look at this poor halfling, he's like, "No, it's all right, Les. I think I was just in the way this time."
But you so I no.
Ward was put into a box and then thrown overboard in essence. And
Yes,
now
he was.
this.
Oh no, you I'm so sorry.
Doc casts Cure Wounds into him.
Yeah, I was gonna say Eva can assist
Yeah.
going around healing everyone, and she
Yeah.
You
can
watch
cast.
as the flesh and sinew is stitched back together, and he kind of looks at it. Oh man, chick stick scars.
You're not wrong. He has a few. Yeah.
Drac from the corner as he goes to check in on everybody else inside. Double thumbs up.
I'm
Question.
gonna do a roll for Galen real quick.
Oh, geez.
Jesus God Almighty.
Galen
Fuck you,
sucks today.
golden
All right.
dice.
How bad is Galen?
Galen walks over with one of the dead creatures in his hands. Well, I knew you were a shitty captain, but I think you were this shitty. And he tosses it to you.
He's gonna catch it
What
and just say "fuck you" and
Kind
be
of captain hits headfirst into a fog spawn nest.
he just slowly turns with the most deadpan look.
He's
And
just
it goes-
smiling. He's just
He just
smiling.
the same captain who dragged your ratty ass out of a cave in the clouds.
Ooh, yeah. Really enjoying that decision. And he walks away with a smile.
He immediately just chucked it into the back of his head.
Falls overboard.
So I got a question that's kind of important. Anybody
Go
looking
ahead.
at Red weird? Because she
Weird?
did just like super light herself on fire. Not like normal light herself on fire. She extra lit herself on fire.
I would say you're not getting weird looks. Make an insight
Uh-huh.
check.
Oh, okay. Well, her passive insight is an 18, but sure. All right.
I feel like Zon is spinning around too much to notice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That'd be a 24.
The 24, you get a pretty strong sense that this crew, basically anything they can't explain, they hawk it up to #magic.
Fair.
response.
Good. Good.
These
No
are-
questions.
These are salt of the earth cloud sailors who maybe they have some magic within themselves. No one seems to be a super incredible potent caster outside of Antha, obviously.
Mhm.
The rest are just your scoundrels, swashbucklers, fighters, skilled individuals who,
Okay, good.
if they can't understand it, wow, she can use magic. Must be freaking nice. As they go back to, as they like, sharpen their longsword,
Nice. Okay,
Doctor.
good. No uncomfortable questions. Thank you.
How many crew members need tending to?
You get inside the kitchen. You can see there's Elias and Trinket need some help. You can see Xerix is kind of like huddled around near Cassandra, who is unarmed or unharmed.
Good.
You can see like some claw marks on the door, but then you see it was like shoved and held shut.
All right. So
Before Doc walks away, Eva's gonna spend all 3 of her lesser restorations for Doc, Red, and Drax.
Appreciated.
Red.
Really appreciated.
Just
She
rid of
wasn't
this poison.
No, Red was never poisoned. She was the only one that passed.
And Zahn.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Red passed. That initial one. Zahn
Oh,
failed
well.
with a 19, and Red passed with a 20.
Then it'll go to Zahn instead. My bad.
Yes.
There you go.
E.
So Drax is gonna stick his head into the kitchen and just like look Anta over, make sure like they're okay, and just goes, so as this little snippet of an island was below the clouds and really hard to see, ignore Galen's smart antics. Anthony, I need your help in order to make sure the hull is okay. And he's like, he says this in that same tone. He's just like, I don't want to see, but I need to see.
Doc,
She nods and she grabs Whisper Beard and they start heading. They're gonna check the interior hall underneath first.
Mm-hmm.
Do note that if you need extra materials, I'll take an hour for me to prepare the spell to use for it.
Upon her inspection on the inside of the hall, there is no noticeable damage. So she comes back topside, rigs herself up with some rope, hands the other side to Zahn. And she just looks at you. I know I yelled at you for taking my plate, but don't let me fall.
We'll see. We'll see.
And she gets up on the railing with her little, halfling self or gnome self and takes the goggles and puts them down and then clicks them through and just goes off the side.
Zahn will hold on to the rope.
Also, I have a question,
checks
like,
it out.
tangentially. Has anybody given Red the broom yet?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, cool. Because she would offer the broom at this point, but she doesn't even have it yet, so there you go.
Nope. I haven't had a calm moment to be like,
Scrolls
hey.
underneath.
That's true.
Checks it out. She's under there for about half an hour, Drakix.
Yeah.
I feel
Before
like
you feel a couple of tugs.
Zahn just ties it to the mast and goes to like a random crew member's like, let me know when it starts jiggling and I'll come and
Okay.
help.
About 25, 30 minutes later, someone comes and gets you.
She'll start pulling up the rope.
Okay. A look on her face is not good. Well, yeah, you hit something pretty hard. Not unrepairable.
Mm-hmm.
You may want to hold still for a couple hours.
Great.
Do you need my assistance with it? I've prepared the ship plenty of times at this point.
He knows the ship better than anybody here.
He kind of looks at your spell book and then looks at you. Looks at your spell book, looks at you.
I can cast mending as well as I can fabricate materials.
You're my new best friend.
Zahn like
And
glares at her.
she begins to sketch out the materials she needs to do repairs.
All right, Doc, let's take an hour to redo my spell book so I can have it fabricate prepared.
All right.
But I have the spell slots for it, so it's not an issue.
Okay. So I'll say this days of travel is no progress.
Yeah.
And we'll go ahead and close out the session there.
Woo!
Drac is just going to, in the process of them doing that, he creates like a small little tray just next to the helm for the new compass to lodge it in place and leaves it open just to make sure going forward we just manage to know where the islands are below the clouds just to steer around them. So We have that at least as
Oh.
a safety.
On the table that you rolled, which was a 1.
We
It
don't
was
talk about
just
that.
it was the Sky Reef ambush, where a coral-like formation hidden in the mist scrapes the hull, revealing a nest of eyeless winged creatures that assaults the party.
Nice.
Card was the Hungering Fog,
Nice.
which would have dealt consistent damage to you if it had been pulled by itself. But since they were together, I just made a few on-the-fly modifications.
Appreciated.
Mhm.
Yes. Much
You know-
appreciated.
I'm curious if Red's fire could have burned away the fog.
We'll
We'll
have to
just
try
roll
again
a 1
another
again,
time.
and we'll find out.
Let's not say we did.
Sweet.
No, I'm
You
going
said fireball,
to.
right?
I'm going to
Yeah.
take that off the table and replace it with something else.
Okay.
What do you mean?
It
It was
was-
fine.
It was interesting. I never want to see it again. But I don't want to damage my ship, man.
Yes.
I'm glad it was interesting.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
To all of you who hung out with us, we thank you very, very much. We hope you had a blast as we told this story tonight. Before we head out of here for the night, please remember you are loved. We hope you have a good one. You are worthy of love. And if you're going to be hanging around friends or family or what choose you, and you're going to be playing some games, do yourself a favor and make sure you do not forget your snacks. Good night, everybody.
Laters.